everybody, it's Kaito, and I'm here playing My Lovely Bunny Alternative Story. This is one of my friend's works, and you can find it on h.io. This isn't the original story she has planned to write for both Tumblr and AO3. It's just a bit of an alternate story, just like it says in the title. And it's a yandere story, so let's start. Warning, there are topics mentioned in the story that can be triggering or things you don't want to see in general. Some topics include drugging, kidnapping, murder, sometimes described in slight detail, mentions of sex, consensual and not described in detail, and general creepy guy behavior. I do not condone or romanticize any of the content within the story in real life. Do you still wish to continue? Obviously. Enjoy! Who would have thought that spending the night with a guy you just met would get you into so much trouble? Well, probably everybody on Earth who has common sense and a will to live. But alas, you didn't think ahead. At least something interesting finally happened in your boring life, and doesn't everybody need to feel a bit of danger at some point? Ooh, I like the music. The music was made by another friend of ours, Oni. Actually, I don't know if I mentioned the actual name of the person who made it, but Envy Baby. You were heading to class as a college student does, your math class to be exact. You were expecting just a normal boring day of working with your rambunctious group mates, but it seems today, of all of them had other plans that kept them from coming to class. Damn. Not a great start to your day, but oh well, you can handle one day by yourself, right? However, it looks like you wouldn't be alone after all. Oh, look at him, it's Cameron. I will say, their art style has gone up. Like, if you look at their current art, it is very different to this game. This game was made, like, quite a few months ago. A man who looks to be around your age sits at your table. You have never seen this man before, but in retrospect, the semester just started, and you probably haven't even seen everybody who is in your class yet. The man clears his throat before speaking. Hey, it's alright if I sit here. It looks like your group isn't here, and I'm in the same situation, so I thought we could help each other out. You agreed, and you spent the class with him. He introduced himself as Cameron Blake. He was a social work major at your college, and is the same year as you. He turned out to be a pretty charismatic person, and it got to a point where you thought he was flirting with you at times. It seems you were correct, though. I said that wrong. Class had ended, and you were already exhausted. You struggled to wrap your head around the topic your class had started to learn. At least it was over. Unfortunately, you still had more classes to go to. You started to pack up your things, eager to finally leave this class. You got up and started to walk towards the door. Before you left class, he stopped you. Hey, so I was wondering if you wanted to come over to my place tonight. We can work on the assignment more together and, hang out a bit as well. You could tell that he was trying to be seductive. Yeah, you're pretty sure he wants to do more than just study. Do you say yes? Okay. We just met this guy. Do we really want to follow him? No, I don't really want to. Fuck that. Oh, I see. That's alright, I understand. You parted ways, then you continued to go to your other classes. Throughout the day, when walking in the halls, you felt followed. However, every time you turned back, there was no one there. Wanting to get home faster, you ran home. When you arrived, you were too exhausted to do anything, so you jumped into your bed and slept. You felt like you were being watched, but ignored the feeling and went into dreamland. Oh no. Okay. Well, I kind of knew this route was gonna happen. I don't know every single route, but this was like most of the routes it's pretty hard to get through. But this is the fastest way to end the game. Unfortunately, you didn't wake up as you were found dead in the next morning. Ending. Peaceful night. You better start again. I worked hard on this. You got it. Okay. And then, luckily this was made on Ren'Py, so we can quickly skip through all that. Okay, I guess we say yes to this guy. Would you ever actually say yes to this guy, though? Be so for real. That's great. Here's my phone number. I'll text you my address. See you later tonight. You parted ways and you continued on with your classes. You were slightly excited. The thought of spending time with the cute boy sat at the back of your head. You wanted your classes to be over so you could head over to his place as soon as possible. While you were busy daydreaming, you didn't notice that your wish had come true, and everybody was already packing up. You quickly did the same and left a quick text to let Cameron know you were heading over. His house was a bit far from campus and in a pretty secluded area. Even when taking a bus, you still had a long way to walk to make it to his house. Luckily, it wasn't too long before you arrived. You walked up to the door to knock on it, but before you could, it swung open. Welcome. Come in, make yourself comfortable. I got some snacks for you. Cameron moved to the side so you could enter. His house was pretty spacey, but it looked very rustic. The decorations looked like something from the 70s, which you thought was odd since it didn't really match his style. You sat down on the couch in his living room, and there was an array of treats in front of you. You decided to partake in some before studying. The night went on as you expected it to. You studied a bit, got distracted, and spent the night with him. You woke him up in his bed the next morning, but Cameron wasn't anywhere in sight. You assumed he got up and left to do something important. When you removed the bed sheets from your body, you noticed a lack of clothing. Oh, okay. I did not consent to this. I guess you had forgotten to put them back on after last night. Oopsies. You scanned the floor, but it seemed like they were long gone from the area. Bro, where the fuck did my clothes go? Oh, nah. You did notice that Cameron's closet was slightly ajar. You could check for your clothes in there, but it feels like it would be a slight invasion of privacy. Bro, fucking invasion of privacy. Give me my goddamn clothes. But then again, you really needed your clothes. Exactly, I need my clothes, bro. Check the closet. Fuck yes, we're checking that closet. Give me my clothes, bitch. You walk over to the closet and notice a strange smell coming from it. Oh. Well, stench would be a better word to use. It was disgusting. It was a disgusting smell, but it concerned you a bit. It reminded you of rotting flesh. The fuck? Bro, I bet this guy does not wash his clothes. I bet he just lets it sit there and it's just got so fucking moldy, you feel me? Probably. The type you had smelled before when you came across roadkill on one of your walks. So, bro, he probably killed his pet or some shit. He's a psycho, I think. You didn't know which would be worse. The cause of the smell being from Cameron's clothes, or the smell being from something dead in there. Yeah, both are pretty bad. Nonetheless, the only way to find out was to open his closet. And you were still searching for your clothes. You gently opened the door. When you saw what was inside, you froze. You had found the cause of the smell. Yes, it was something dead, but when you thought of that, you imagined it to be some sort of animal that he had killed and stowed away. But this was much worse. Oh, it was a human corpse, Or at least part of one. I love how pixelated he is. This sprite was actually made by another friend of ours, Toast. So I enjoy that. Glad to see it's here. Not actually, it's kind of weird as fuck though if you have that in your house. It seems like it was chopped apart from it to be able to fit in the closet, and you had no clue where the other pieces could have gone. You stared in horror for a bit. Do you scream? If this were me, hell yeah, I'd scream, bitch. Why the fuck you got this in your closet? You scream as loud as you can. You're too terrified to form an actual word. But you make a lot of noise. You hear footsteps running towards the room. Cameron burst open the door. Hey, what's wrong? Did something happen? Cameron's words cut off when he noticed the open closet. Cameron sighs. Damn it, I didn't want you to see that. He says that as if the corpse in his closet was just an embarrassing secret that he didn't want you to know about. He scratches his head and looks at you, waiting for your next move. Do you run? Fuck yes, we running away from this bitch. Psychopath bitch. Ole mole. You start to dart towards the door and push him aside. He falls to the ground, but you hear him quickly get up behind you and chases you. You make your way towards his front door and try to open it, but it's locked from the inside. Bitch, you bust out that door with an axe! You turn around and Cameron is standing there. He laughs at you, a condescending laugh. He slowly walks towards you, and though you try to back away, the door blocks you. He grabs you by the collar and throws you to the ground. You grunt in pain, and Cameron kneels on top of you before wrapping his hands around your throat. He clamps down and you feel yourself struggling to breathe. You try your best to pry his hands off you, but he's too strong and his grip stays locked. You resort to trying to punch him, hit him, slap him, anything, but to no avail. He was immovable. You slowly start to lose your energy and you feel yourself losing the rest of your air. Your body goes limp. You are dead. Ending, run for your life. I guess that's fair. I mean, we did decide to scream and then run, but like, thank you for playing. You know, I think we can play at least another round of this game. Maybe we can actually find an ending to survive. I don't know about that though. We're gonna skip all this. We keep playing. We skip through all this. We say yes to this guy. Oh, this is like the closet one, right? You know, we'll still check the closet, I guess. Wait, we can just skip. Let's not scream. You almost scream, but you manage to stop yourself. You don't want to alert Cameron, especially if he really killed someone. You quietly close the door again, not wanting Cameron to notice that you were in there. Oh. Right after you do that, Cameron walks into the room, your clothes in his hands. Hey, he looks at you with concerned expression. You didn't notice it, but you were still shaking from the sight you had saw in the closet. I washed your clothes for you. Are you okay? Is something wrong? He hands you your clothes. You take them and quickly put them on. Cameron still stares at you, wondering what's wrong. You don't know how to answer. If you tell him you saw it, what would he do? Would he kill you too? Or something worse? But if you lie, what if he questions you further? Are you good at lying? Would he be able to tell? What do you do? Loki, that makes me think that maybe I can't lie. Or maybe I can lie. No, ask... This very stupid. Don't ask the killer. If you saw the body, don't ask the killer about it, bro. But I will, just for you guys. You hesitate, but you tell him about it. You tried your best to stay calm. There's probably a good explanation for this, right? You stare at him, waiting for his answer. He looks at you, then at the closet. I can explain, I promise. He starts to make eye contact with you. Honestly, it felt like he was a child who you caught doing something wrong. Within the situation, it felt weird, but you allowed him to explain. You see, I had to kill him. Oh, okay, he just confirmed he killed a dude. Bro, imagine just... Also, why would you leave a body in your closet, Loki? That's so fucking stupid. Like, bury it outside or some shit. Don't leave that shit in your closet. Someone's gonna notice the smell and be like, there might be a dead body in there. Why are you even letting him explain further? You should be running and calling the cops right now. But still, you let him continue to explain. It was for a good reason, though. I mean, he was planning to do something to you. Something really bad, and I couldn't let that slide. I mean, you're such a good person, and you don't deserve anything like that. He started out to look manic. Wait, this dead guy was gonna do something to you? Who would want to do that to you? Bro, I wonder what he would have done. I don't know if it explains further, but like, what if he was just gonna be like, yo, can I go on a date with you? And you missed your shot because this serial killer killed him. Well, I don't know if he's a serial killer, but this killer killed him. You question Cameron further. Don't you remember? Actually, I don't expect you to remember, considering you don't even remember me before this class. You've met Cameron before? When? Cameron could see your confusion, so he continued to explain. It was at a party for freshmen. I was being harassed by some guys at the party and you came over to help me. No wonder why he likes me. Real. The first time I laid eyes on you, I was completely enamored by you. You were my knight in shining armor, my angel. No one has ever really spoken to me or stuck up for me before I met you. Everyone either hated me or thought I was too out of their league to talk to, or whatever stupid excuse they came up with. I wanted to keep talking to you, but your friends were calling you back over, so we had to part ways. I like to watch you, follow you to all your classes, and just be around you constantly. Oh my gosh, this creep alert! Bro, stay the fuck away from me, bitch. I'm gonna, like, get a hammer or some shit. But at some point, I caught one of the guys who harassed me talking to someone about getting revenge on you. The fuck did I do, bitch? And, well, I didn't want to stand back and let that happen, so I took care of him for you. Aren't I such a sweetheart for that? I was looking out for you. You remember him now. He didn't seem kind of familiar, but that's besides the point. This is a lot of information to take in. He was stalking you, and he killed a guy for you? You're conflicted with your feelings about this. Bro, conflicted? Bitch, hell nah. I would run for the hills, except he'd probably kill me if I run like last time. But bitch, I'm out of there. Yes, the guy he killed wasn't really a good person. But does that deem him as someone worthy of dying? But then again, it might have been a little flattering. Wait, what the hell are you thinking? Exactly, what the hell are you saying to me? Flattering? You are standing in a room with a murderer. Are you out of your mind? Exactly, that's what I'm saying. You're out of your mind. You understand that I had to do what I did, right? Would you want me to stand by and do nothing? You know, you could just teach a lesson by beating him up the old-fashioned way. You did not have to kill him. Trust. I was just returning the favor for you, my love. Please, you have to understand. Understand that you're a killer! He starts shaking, and tears form in his eyes. You feel even more conflicted now. Yeah, he has a bit of a point, but he's obviously crazy. A point? I don't know about that one, Chief. How do you respond? I feel like if I call him crazy, I'm gonna die. I guess I'll reassure this fucker. You reassured Cameron that everything was okay. You were kind of grateful to have someone that cared about you this much. I mean, how many people in the world would kill for someone? Wait. I mean, how many people in the world would kill someone for you? There we go. The number should really be 0, but oh well. Cameron seemed relieved, but also confused. Really? Is it really okay with you? I'm so happy, darling. He was practically jumping with joy. He ran over to embrace you and lifted you from the air. He quickly got embarrassed, however, and put you down. Sorry, I got carried away. He blushed and looked away from you. Darling, I have to say something, and it's okay if you don't feel the same. I just need to get this off my chest. You looked at him curiously. I love you. Love me. We technically only started talking again yesterday, bitch. Excuse me. This honestly felt a cliche to you, like a scene that prompted out from an anime. You don't know how to feel about that. Cameron looked at you for your reaction, eager to see if you felt the same way. How do you respond? I guess, look, I don't feel the same, bitch. But like, what if this fucker kills me, bro? Whatever. You tell him that you feel the same way. Cameron looks overjoyed. He once again hugs you and then leans in closely to your face. Can I kiss you? You say yes, and then he goes in for a kiss. It lasts a few seconds before he lets go of you. I can't believe you also feel the same. I'm so happy. I love you. I love you so much. You started to feel warm inside. Who knew that you would fall in love with a killer? He's a killer, Loka. Like, there's actually something wrong with you. Oh well. Who knows at this point? All you know is that you feel happy right now. Happy? I thought there was like an escape route this way. I might have led myself to doom, Loki. Whoops. And you feel happy with Cameron. Oh, and you plan to stay with him for a long time. You spend the rest of your day at Cameron's house. Then the rest of the week. Then the rest of the month. Then year. And the year after that. And then the year after that. Ending together forever. Huh. We got 3 endings out of however many endings there are. You know, I think we can come back to this later, but that'll be it for My Lovely Bunny alternative story. If you want to see more of this game, look at h.io and look for Envy Baby. So, bye-bye!